Welcome to Kongregate TV. I'm Heather.
I'm John.
And we're going to talk about game genres this episode, specifically idle games. So if you're into idle games, I'm sure you've played a lot of them on our site, and if you've never played an idle game before, it's a different kind of genre because it's not your typical game.
Yeah, one thing that's really great is that you can play several idle games at once, and you can make progress on a lot of games at once because they're games you can play in the background, or they're games that you can monitor for a little bit, come back to later, go get lunch, or play them during lunch. You can play them anytime, and the best part is a lot of them just keep playing even when you're not there.
So when you come back hours later, your game has made progress. Not only that, but you can't lose an idle game. I mean, I think that's kind of fun, just something that occupies time and makes you feel good, and I wouldn't say it's a terribly skill-based game, though, either. So there's a little bit of strategy to some of them that we'll talk about today.
Sure. So let's talk about Adventure Capitalist.
Oh, okay. So one of the top idle games on our site is Adventure Capitalist. It is super popular, great community. The developers are super responsive at doing new updates and fixing things in the game. They do fun events like at Christmas when they did the little candy cane thing. This idle game is all about making money. You are a capitalist, building your enterprise and getting more things, from the lowly starts at the lemonade stand to the oil company. And one of the huge things that's happening right now that our K Plus members actually have access to is, in beta right now, is Adventure Capitalist Moon Beta, which is Adventure Capitalist in space. And in this, you can now go to the moon and continue your adventures there. I'm not sure when our normal members will have access to this, but those of you with K+, which allow you to have access to all of our beta games, definitely go check it out.
So our next idle game is Clicker Heroes. Clicker Heroes is a really great level-based, almost starting to delve into the RPG side of idle games. So in this game, you have to buy heroes, and these heroes help you get stronger so you can defeat waves of enemies. This game does a really good job with its prestige system. It really encourages you to build a better group of fighters and take down those enemies, and each time you prestige, you get a little bit stronger, and this game is just amazing at doing this. And this is actually one of my favorite idle games, and every single morning when I come into work, this is the first thing I open up.
Yeah, I really appreciate the RPG elements in it, being more of an RPG fan myself. I like that you can level up, get stronger, and that you can actually play out the abilities when you get to the boss fights and stuff. So our next game is AntiIdol. And it is an idle game despite its anti-idle qualities. While you're playing with this game and you're not idling, there is actually a lot to do, from planting gardens to destroying monsters, and all kinds of little things like the button game, which was annoyingly frustrating, but also kind of fun once I figured out how it works. This game is one of the oldest games on our site as far as idle games go, and it's really well crafted and put together. It's fun, and it's cute, and it definitely keeps you busy when you're playing, but it's still an idle game and plays when you're not.
Yeah, AntiIdol's really great, and also from the development side, because the developer has been really good at listening to its audience and putting in a lot of great content that they've asked for, and continuing to work on the game way past its launch date. From the first time AntiIdol came out to where it is now, it's just a completely changed and better game. Our next game is Puzzle Fuzz Idle Stories. Now this is a game that we developed in-house with our in-house developer, yay, it's Andrew. So in this game, you are using your minions to fight huge globs of amber, which inside have body parts, which you can use to better take down future globs of amber with body parts on them.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually super fun.
The game has a really great match 3 mechanic, which plays itself, of course, but you can also participate, and it will, when you are there playing it, it will give you a boost in the gameplay, and you'll earn more money faster.
Yeah, I like to challenge myself to complete the combos and stuff before the little timer completes and does it for me.
And this idle game is currently still in development, so if you have any ideas for the developer, he's more than happy to listen to your feedback or your questions, and he's been super active. So
John, I think you should talk about Idleplex.
Yeah, so Idleplex is a game I made, and it's a game where it's an idle game of idle games. Each of your little boards is playing itself, but you can go in there and play it There's upgrades, there's the ability to buy more boards, and it's really fun to look at. Just because you start with a smaller board, and as you buy more and more boards, the camera zooms out and you can see all these boards playing themselves too. So if you're looking for an idle game that isn't fitting what all the other idle games are doing, and you just like, if you really like bouncing goats off of paddles, and if you like growing turnips and crackers out of garden bins, this is the game to play.
Don't forget the poop chute.
And there's a poop chute.
Mm-hmm. It's very important.
And that's all we have this week for Kongregate TV. And I hope you join us next time. You can find us on our Twitter at Kongregate, or you can join us on Kongregate.com. Feel free to leave us messages on our profiles if you have any questions, comments, concerns. And go play some idle games. They're super fun.
And if you have suggestions for the next genre we should cover, comment below.
All right. That's it for Kongregate TV. Bye-bye.
Bye.